What's going on, guys? In today's video I'm going to do something a little bit different. Seeing as the new patch just dropped, everything had to get reset. I have to start a new character. Got to start all over again. You lose all your stuff. There's just a complete wipe. That happens occasionally. This game is still in the beta phase, so they do updates, they do the cooling stuff, and occasionally there has to be a wipe. So I figured since I have to create a new character, I would show you guys a couple things. One, the stats that I use for the way that I particularly play, and I personally feel it's a really good way to play with these stats, as well as I want to show you guys how you can get a little over 200 fame in 35 to 45 minutes tops. I mean, depending on where you're at, how many trees are around you, it should take you no more than 45 minutes to get over 200 fame, and you'll get basic in survival, and this is what I mean by this. But first we'll start off with, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys see the stats. I go high in strength, high in constitution, not a whole lot of dexterity. This is what I do. I go over to age 40, and most of you guys who play this game already know, everything in here attributes to your stat points. So your age 20, you see I get +2 dexterity. I go to age 40, it gives me +1 in strength, +1 in constitution. I like to have max strength, specifically because... Okay, so hold on a second. I'm getting ahead of myself here. Gotta go down to dexterity. 1 point in dexterity. So as of right now, Dexterity is probably... There's a new thievery skill. So I don't know yet. There's a good chance dexterity will go into the thievery skill. I'll have to go into that later, but I use dexterity for stealth. So for right now, I'm going to go in just 0.1 dexterity. I want to go max strength. That gives me good melee damage, as well as I can carry a lot. I hoard items. The most important thing about constitution, I feel, is the more constitution you have, the more hit points you have. And I think 5.0 constitution gives you 120 HP. And then for intelligence... Oh, here we go. So intelligence, I go 4.5. But we got to do this. You can increase your dong size in this game. We all know that. But it takes away from your points you can distribute into stuff that actually matters. So then I go 4.5 into intelligence. This is what I always run. 5 strength, 5 constitution, 1 dexterity, 4.5 intelligence. And I'll also explain to you why I only go 1 point in dexterity, because I feel like dexterity is definitely important for stealth, but you can level up your stealth, which is why I've been doing this. Okay, let's get into here. So obviously PvP shooter game, I immediately go advanced into rifles. My favorite weapon in here is the AK. It's got a lot of recoil. Having a high strength, high rifles reduces that recoil and just makes your overall performance better with rifles. The rest I put into melee weapon. You're going to be doing a lot of meleeing this game when it comes to zombies. I've even done some few PvP altercations that were melee, and this comes into play really, really good. I don't put anything into handguns because handguns are so easy to get points into. You get a handgun, you get a bunch of ammo for it, you go pop a mech, you're going to have basic skill in handguns in no time. Same thing with medium. Just go shoot mechs, you'll max your handguns out in no time. I don't go into boxing because boxing's not my thing, man. Melee weapons and rifles is how I go. I go constitution-wise, max in my running, and endurance. So basically what endurance does is more endurance gives you more stamina. So that's how long you can run for. So the less endurance, the less distance that you can run. But since this is a shooter, I feel like being able to run as fast as you can is a little bit more important than how long you can run for. And medium endurance is not that bad. It's actually pretty good. So here it is right here. So before thievery came into play, stealth is what I use. I'll probably play around with this a little bit. I'm pretty sure you can raise your thievery simply by picking locks in houses. So I'll probably still run these stats if I'm able to increase my thievery just by picking locks, which I'm pretty sure you can. Usually I would go max stealth, because that's kind of how I play, but I'll explain to you why I don't here in a second. I usually go max camouflage, awareness as high as I can get it. So for right now, it's medium. I've played with it before. I've done max camouflage, max awareness, reduce some stuff otherwhere, and then max stealth. Stealth, to me, is very important. I like to be sneaky, man. I like to listen to where everyone's at, and then I sneak around. I'm not great at shooters. Majority of my kills is playing smart, knowing where my enemy is, not letting them know where I am, and to get that quick kill. Stealth is ridiculously easy to level up. It takes time. You auto walk into a wall, go have some dinner, come back, see where it goes. You just have to be crouched, being stealthy. Your stealth points will go up. It takes time. It's kind of a slow process, but because that I know I can increase my stealth skill, I'm okay having basic for now. So this is what I've been running, man, and it's been working really well for me. I get a lot of points maxed out, almost maxed out, and really important stats. So here's the other thing, survival. We all know we need survival. You gotta have at least basic survival to craft the really cool items, the really necessary items. A lot of people go like basic, medium, even max in survival right on the start. And this is why I recommend you put nothing in a survival when you create a new character. And that's simply because it is so easy. Survival has to be the easiest stat to raise, and that's what I was talking to you about. We're going to get our survival from no skill to basic in 35 to 45 minutes, and in turn, we're also going to get a little over 200 fame points, all by cutting down trees. So that's what we're going to do. Alright, so here we are. Here's your typical starting screen, right? We all know most of us know the deal. I'm not going to go too much into what I do at the very beginning. There's a lot of videos out on that. If you guys want me to show you how I start off with a new character, I can make a video on that too, but we're just going to try to get over this real quick. So, alright, so we know we have 0 skill in survival. We want to get that to basic. And in turn, getting that to basic is also going to give us fame points. And we need to cut down trees, so I need to make an axe. Alright guys, so we crafted a backpack, and we crafted 3 axes. The reason I crafted 3 axes is because we know this is going to take some time. The axes are going to break. If I remember correctly, every time that I do this, I go through 3 axes. 2 of them break, and by the time you get basic into survival, your 3rd axe will almost be breaking, but not quite. So I just went ahead. Usually I'll craft 1 axe, it breaks, then I craft another one. If I'm gonna do this, if I'm gonna farm this, I'm gonna bust this out, I just create 3 axes right off the bat, and then we just go to town on these trees. So let's go to town on these trees and see how long this takes. There it is. See right there, survival went to 0%, but we got a little 25% piece of our pie right here that's white. That means we are now basic in survival, and we have 267 fame points. We did that literally in no time at all. It's happens. You can do this so quickly. You just hustle, you bust this out. 30, 35, 45 minutes. I'm gonna look over the video and I'll tell you exactly how much time went by, because I wasn't actually timing it. But yeah, literally in no time at all, 267 fame points and you're basic. And basic in survival, you can craft almost everything. We can craft the animal skin jackets now, the boar head hat, the goat hat, the improvised mask. So much stuff. We got the new sleds here, the Christmas trees, all that good stuff. The majority of the really cool stuff, you only need basic and survival. So instead of starting the game and putting basic, medium, or advanced into survival, it's way worth it to start off with nothing. You have 0 points in your survival, which means anything you craft, anything you cut down, anything you dismantle, anything you create, you're going to get an insane amount of fame points, as well as you're going to boost that skill up really, really fast. It's much better to put those intelligence points into something more useful like camouflage and awareness. My personal preference, camouflage. Much more important to put those into those specific things for PvP aspects, as opposed to putting all those points into a skill that you can increase in half an hour. I don't put any points into sniping for the same reason that I don't put any points into my pistols. You want to raise your sniping, put a scope on an AK-47 or anything you can put a scope on. Go find a mech, shoot the crap out of it. You'll be in basic in 10 minutes just from shooting mech, just like that. Yeah, so that was my tutorial, my first tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions about this game or anything like that, hit me up. Let me know in the comments below, and we'll see you in the next video. Have a good one.